I've never seen a single Bitcoiner saying, I want less freedom for the individual.
I would say by thinking contrarian and thinking for themselves.
Here, a lot of crazy ideas can flourish.
What do you think divides Bitcoiners the most in the community? You have left, right, carnivores, vegans. What is it?
I'm kind of annoyed by Bitcoiners posting raw meat on social media. Seriously.
We might disagree on sunscreen. Some people say never use sunscreen.
The average Bitcoiner is probably the most opinionated person that you will ever meet. So like there are no really mellow, chill dudes that always like on all of the end spectrums.
What is it that unifies the Bitcoin community? And where are the biggest divisions in the Bitcoin community? That's what I will ask Bitcoin experts and enthusiasts at the Swiss Bitcoin Conference. What do you think unites the Bitcoin community?
I think we are united on the core subjects, on freedom, on sovereignty.
I also believe very strongly that for many, many people it is the understanding and the feeling of this will support me on my way to financial freedom.
We are united by the pursuit of freedom. We want to be free. And that is like, there are so many different Bitcoiners from all different walks of life, different political perspectives, but we are united in having something that is, truly ours and that nobody can censor. And the pursuit of freedom, I think.
I've never seen a single Bitcoiner saying, I want less freedom for the individual.
Where do you think, what is it that combines all Bitcoiners? Where do they unify?
I would say by thinking contrarian and thinking for themselves.
It's kind of a collective understanding. It sounds really odd, but for me it's really like this. There's a group of people from all over the world. Maybe they don't know each other, but they experience the same feelings with Bitcoin, the same reasoning, the same thoughts. It's really magic, kind of.
The loan-focused or credit-focused fiat world is not sustainable. That's another thing that I think every Bitcoiner can kind of wrap their head around and agree on.
I think Bitcoiners are united by the idea that people should have good money. And that's like the overall idea. And based on these ideas, there are other like cultural topics like nutrition, physical activity, and a lot of also outlandish theories, which are not really popular or even known in the common like society. But here, a lot of crazy ideas can flourish. And people can adopt it and can try if they work for them. For example, there's like this trend of like taking creatine, which is a supplement to be more focused and build more muscles. And a lot of Bitcoiners trying around with like supplementing like 10 grams a day. And I'm also doing that, and it works quite well for me at the moment.
But if you look into it, there's a lot of agreement. There's also division. What do you think divides Bitcoiners the most in the community? You have left, right, carnivores, vegans. What is it?
Is there vegans?
Also, yeah.
Yeah, supposedly, okay.
Where do you see the biggest disagreements in the Bitcoin community?
Food, for sure. Yeah, and I'm kind of annoyed by Bitcoiners posting raw meat on social media. Seriously, when I'm scrolling and I see raw meat again, I'm like, oh, not again, because I'm not part of the carnivore.
I think one of the main things is, does it need to become a means of transaction or like an actual currency, or does it need to be just the best store of value that we've ever had? I think that's probably the main thing where people agree or disagree with each other.
The food thing is number one, and then, maybe political disagreements. Maybe the biggest disagreement is whether you should go and vote or whether this is just a waste of time. So I personally decided this year I don't vote because I cannot commit to any party.
Where do you see the biggest divisions in the Bitcoin community?
I think one is like spending Bitcoin. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, never spend your Bitcoin." Where I'm like, "Nah, spend as much as you can." try to put as much of your purchasing power into Bitcoin and then spend it. So I would say that's the biggest one, because if we want it to be achieving like medium of exchange, let's try to use it as much as we can. So I would say that's still a divide there, and I understand both sides. Both have their like points which are understandable, but I think I'm more leaning to, okay, also spend your Bitcoin. Like ideally just go all in.
We might disagree on subjects like diet. There are vegan Bitcoiners, there are carnivore Bitcoiners. We might disagree on what's the best workout. There are calisthenics people, there are gym people, there are running people. We might disagree on sunscreen. Some people say never use sunscreen. Some people say, hey, if you don't use sunscreen, your skin will age. So there are a lot of subjects actually outside of the core values of Bitcoin that Bitcoiners disagree and debate a lot.
I think the biggest disagreement is maybe around is it good that like governments and corporations adopt Bitcoin, or is that like an attack vector or even a problem?
The average Bitcoiner is probably the most opinionated person that you will ever meet. So like there are no really mellow, chill dudes that always like on all of the end spectrums. Like they are, as you said, like very strict dietary restrictions and very strong political beliefs or very strong other beliefs. So there are a lot of things that, there's some unnecessary infighting, but I will leave you with a quote of a friend of mine. The difficult part about being a contrarian is knowing when not to be. Like Peter Todd said this, like the average Bitcoiner tends to be a contrarian because he has been right for a very long time by calling out bullshit. But from time to time, you need to like think about it, and then maybe this time I should not blindly take the opposite contrarian view.